Another year has come and gone, and similar to what I've done in 2015 and 2016, I am going to round off this year by putting out a top 20s video. This is my top 20 moments of 2017 on my channel, as chosen by myself. So it is entirely subjective. Now, just to make clear, not all of these videos were recorded this year. Some of them were recorded 2016. Things like RRs that weren't released until this year, or UHC highlights that weren't put out until this year. So, just keep that in mind as you watch, but I'm still classifying them as 2017. Obviously, I didn't put them in the top 20 for 2016 because they hadn't been released yet, so, hopefully you can understand why I've done that. Also, for the first time, there are a few non-Minecraft moments, a few other videos or other series or other games kicking about in there, which genuinely they deserve to be in there, as in I enjoyed them or I achieved something with them, and that's why I felt I had to put them in there, and not because I did it just because they were other games. I should also add that while this is top 20 moments, the classification for moments can range from a singular moment to an entire video to an entire series, so just be aware of that as I explain the top 20. But yeah, without further ado, hope you enjoy the countdown. At number 20, we have a set of videos I released midway through last year. I did a Badline montage to some music. The song was called Jerusalem, and in the montage I included a few distorted pictures of the city, and I decided that I would offer viewers the challenge to try and guess what the city was. Now, it wasn't that easy. Even if the picture hadn't been distorted, it would have been quite difficult to guess, because obviously you're just looking at a city. It could be any city in the world, but thankfully some people took up the challenge, took a guess, and Ristoman was the one to guess correctly, so I was pretty happy with that. It wasn't like anything special, there was no prizes or anything, but I just thought, have a bit of fun, see what people can guess, and people did guess, which was good. Even if they were wrong, I still really appreciated the fact people took time to have a guess. But I'm glad somebody got it in the end. And I got this comment from Ristoman14, which guessed Jerusalem. And that is correct. It is in fact Jerusalem. At number 19, I decided to put my final XMUSK game, my final XMUSK highlights up for a number of reasons. First of all, XMUSK games make up a large proportion of my UHC highlights, particularly in the early days when XMUSK was still up and running. Also, it was a decent game in the sense that I won, and that was about it. Went to the Nether, got pots, and I tried to do something a bit different with the highlights. Again, keep in mind I probably edited this about a year and a half ago, so I've got no memory whatsoever of editing it, but I did try to incorporate a lot of old moments in it, just for a throwback feel, and I liked the way it came out and it got a bit of support, so I'm happy with that. Number 18 is the first of our CTM moments, Complete the Monument. This was Uncharted Territories 3. Of all the Uncharted Territory maps I did, 3 was definitely my favourite. Maybe it wasn't the best design, but certainly from my playing experience it was the best. The first map was good. The second map was very difficult. I think I made it difficult for myself, but that's just the perception I got. But 3, there was a lot of versatility about the map. There was custom mobs, a lot of different terrain, things that I hadn't really seen in a CTM before. Maybe they're still unique to that CTM map, who knows. But I really enjoyed playing through it. I didn't die that much, which made it even more enjoyable. And yeah, there was obviously one moment at the end where it looked like all hope had been lost, but I managed to cling on to obtain black wool. Nope. Oh my giddy aunt. Well, rip water. Nope. This is practically impossible. I've been hit by everything. Got 1. Got 2. Got 3. Right, oh, got that guy. This is flipping crazy. I want the water back. Let's go in. At number 17, I decided to put in the community montage that I did. I think part of the reason I put this in was because I found what I think is a really, really good song. The funny thing is, it's a song that I've never seen it used. It's a really good song that, you know, usually you find a really good song, it's very popular, it's got loads of views, lots of likes and that, but this one, it wasn't the most viewed video on the artist's channel, and I just thought it fitted very well. And obviously I did submissions this time. Last year I didn't do submissions. This year I asked people to send in clips. I got, I think, about a dozen, which was good, and then I went and found the rest to make up the montage. I really, really enjoyed making it. Really, really happy with the way it came out. Obviously with these sorts of things, you've got to do it in a certain way. You know, I could have over-edited it, but people just want to see their kill, they want to see themselves, they want to see other people, their friends and whatnot, so, you know, you've just got to do it in a really specific way to make it appeal, I guess, to a wider audience. But yeah, overall, it was enjoyable to make, the reception was good, that's why it comes in the top 20. Okay, at number 16th spot, we have the only Football Manager moment in this top 20. It is Football Manager 2017, and it is the video in which I beat England. That was a great moment. Now, obviously, you may or may not know of my heartache this year. Scotland drew with England in real life, and England scored a last-minute equaliser, which was very gut-wrenching. But in the game, in the virtual world, I did manage to beat them at Hampden Park. It was a 2-0 victory, and we had Robert Snodgrass score twice for us, I think. So that was a pretty good moment. Probably one of my best moments in Football Manager. And as a result of that, or as an indirect result of that, I managed to get Scotland to the 2018 World Cup, where we got humiliated. But apart from that, it was a pretty good game, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, we scored! Yes! Did you see that? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, it's 1-0. Come on, we just need to hold out. Oh, we scored again! Yes! Oh my goodness. Oh, this is the greatest moment ever. At spot number 15, we've got Ultrakick Season 6. Probably, apart from Season 2, Season 2 and Season 6 are on a par as my favourite seasons. Obviously, I won them both, so that has to contribute to my liking of them. But this one, I really enjoyed. I was teamed with Kazmic for the first part of the game. We found a Notch Apple about, like, 2 seconds in, and I held that Notch Apple for the entirety of the game. At times, PvE was very difficult. I lost a lot of damage to PvE. Obviously, certain things happen within the game that would definitely have changed the outcome drastically. I'm not going to specify what, and that you'll have to check out the season in all perspectives, but, you know, it could have gone either way. Things could have gone wrong. If I hadn't had the Notch Apple, I probably wouldn't have won just based on my lack of healing. I thought it was a pretty enjoyable season, and managed to get the win. That was so close. Oh, I shot him! Oh, is that it? I think I won. Oh. At number 14th spot, we have my completion of a Bugs Life game. I managed to complete every level, meet all the objectives. It was a lot of fun to record. It's a game I've played for a long time, or certainly I first played it a long time ago. Never completed it before. Well, I completed all the levels, but I never met all the objectives. And so I was very happy to do that on my YouTube channel. It was really refreshing to commentate to something like that, and just to just play through it. It was almost like a playthrough, although I wouldn't claim to be an expert at it. It was a very enjoyable game, and something very enjoyable to record for YouTube. Since this is the final episode, I am very scared. Get out, get out. Okay. This is it. Final battle, final showdown, can't even see. No! He's relentless. Oh, I got him. Help me! Help me! Next, First on our countdown list, we have got a moment which it wasn't spectacular. I didn't work really hard to get this, but it has to be the moment when I saw the world border in survival. Now, I know it doesn't sound spectacular. I got there based on a glitch. Originally, I was going to go by flying. I was going to fly there. That never worked. I never managed to pull that off. So I had to wait a few weeks, and I eventually got to go via a glitch that I found on Ant Venom's channel. I quite enjoyed it, actually. It really did feel like an adventure, and it felt like as we were out there, we were cut off from mankind and all that. I don't know. It was a cool trip to go on, and we brought a tree back that we planted in the museum, or rebuilt in the museum, because such a thing is possible in Minecraft. It was really just a surreal moment, to be honest. It was that kind of feeling, am I really here? Is this real kind of thing? But it was. I'm not sure if the bug still works, I haven't tried it, but at least we went once, and yeah, it was good. Good experience. Alright, now to find a creative way to die. None better. Number 12, we've got getting 100% on LEGO Star Wars. This was a series I've been recording since 2015. I've recorded it over the past 2.5 years, and finally, I recorded the final episode this month. But I finally got 100% completion, which was the aim from the very beginning. It was a very grindy game. It was more grindy than I expected, because you had to replay each individual level 3 or 4 times, to get all the objectives in free play, to do the story, to get the blue canisters, and then obviously in story mode, or super story, sorry. So there was a lot you had to do, and it made it quite repetitive and quite draining in that sense, and that's what made it even more of a monumental achievement to get 100%. Monumental's maybe too much of an overstatement, but I was very happy with the final outcome. And obviously I recorded it for YouTube and got, I think, 79 odd episodes out of it, which I was pretty happy with, although towards the end I was kind of squeezing it all in because I wanted to get it done before the end of the year. Alright, here we go. 100% complete. Yay! The character customizer now holds the key to Super Jedi powers. Okay, well, either way, in 42 hours, 50 minutes, 38 seconds, and point whatever, we have managed to complete it. At number 11 is Waking Up with XJC, the man with a plan. I didn't really want to put this in, but I figured that I should do it just for him. Nah, I'm kidding. I genuinely enjoyed Waking Up. It was very frustrating. Probably one of the most frustrating maps I've ever done, along with Uncharted Territory 2. In the end of it all, we did manage to complete it. It was a very tough map, and I was told that right from the very beginning, but there was some pretty good moments during it, and I certainly enjoyed spending a lot of time with JC as we worked our way through it. There's another one round here. Look at that. That's got to be a TNT trap. Or maybe it's one that's already... No. Oh, man. Number 10 is another CTM map. I did this one with Zenger, and it's Corona Trials. I really enjoyed this map for the simple fact that the areas that we went into were very, very unique. They were very well made. For example, I enjoyed the Kraken area, even though it was a joke area, it was still really cool. The solar system has to be my favourite area. Definitely, it was just so cool to go out there, and it really did it. Obviously, you're not going to get the same sort of immersion in Minecraft as you are in other games, but that was pretty close. I really enjoyed just being in that room. It really did feel like I was in space, and there was a variety of other rooms, forests, graveyards, all sorts of stuff just kicking about the map, and it was really cool. In the end of it all, we completed it. It was a modern map, a more modern map for 1.11, I think, or 10 or something like that. So there was a lot of nifty features to it that you didn't normally get, like fireworks at the end of it all. Really enjoyed it, and that's why it comes at number 10. There's Blaze, just to add insult to injury. No! Oh, I'll make it there. I got it. I took it out. What did I think was going to happen? Number 9, we got another survival moment, but when I completed the brewing station in single player, that has to come at 9th spot. Again, this was a challenge I'd set myself of not looking at any tutorials online and just doing it entirely based on the redstone knowledge that I had, which involved a lot of RS NOR latches. There are definitely better ways of doing it. The brewing station I've got set up is a massive room of redstone. The skill isn't necessarily making something work, it's making something work efficiently and in a compact form, and mine is neither. So I failed in that regard, but I got it working and I've used it a bit since, so that's why it comes at number 9. I spent a lot of time on it. Fire resistance, we'll do fire resistance extended, and we'll do... No, we won't do splash. We'll just do... Actually, yeah, let's do splash. Number 8 is Red Clan Season 4. It was a recorded round hosted by Sky. I really enjoyed playing it. I was banned halfway through the season for X-Ray. Thankfully I was recording. Thankfully I could show them my footage. And I was unbanned and allowed back into the game. And it was Team GB. It was Summer, myself and Sneaky. Albeit it was Moles. It was, I think, my first Moles RR. So we had Matsy as well, though thankfully he was a mole. No, not thankfully, he's a good guy, but we wanted Team GB to be united. And then we went to meet up, and it was like, I don't know, we had the extra numbers. It was 3 of us versus 2 solos, but they were full diamonds, and at times it didn't really, the outcome wasn't always secure, but just the fact we got the win was fantastic, and you can tell by my reaction at the end that it meant a lot. For whatever reason, it meant a lot. I think maybe just because it was with Summer and Sneaky, and obviously we were desperate to win. But yeah, that's why it comes at number 8.
Adam's killing
I'm gonna kill Gur. I'm just gonna go for Gur.
You left me.
I killed Gur! I got him!
No, get Adams, he's so strong.
I need to shift.
I'm killing Adams! I'm killing him!
He's on 6. He's healing. 6.
Come on, James.
He's on 5 He's dead!
Yes! 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 GG!
Yes!
Number 7 is a one-off video I did. It's my April Fool's vid. I was very, very happy with the reception this got. Some people took it seriously, some people had a good laugh at it. And it did take a long time to make, but I just thought it was an idea I had back in like January or whatever. Had to wait until the 1st of April to put it into practice, and it was just great. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed making it. I probably will do something different next year if I do anything at all. I've no problem shouting out friends. Like, people were saying, oh, you should do one and shout out different people. But the thing is, I don't do shout out videos, but I've no problem with shouting out friends because, I'm willing to support people wherever. The only problem is who am I shouting out to? I'm shouting out to about 3 viewers. But no, the point is, it was a unique idea. Not a unique idea. I'm sure, obviously, shout out videos are nothing new, but just doing it as an April Fool's like that, I feel it's a unique idea, and the reception it got obviously made it even better. So I'm just going to shout out some of my friends. Now, apologies if you would consider yourself my friend and you do not receive a shout out. I can only shout out 4 people. And I've got more than 4 friends, I think. Possibly. Debatable. Anyway, number 6 was a speedrun moment. I've done speedrunning in Minecraft for, most of the time I've played it. But this year I managed to beat the dragon in a random seed without glitches in less than an hour, and I got 10th place on the leaderboards. I have since dropped to 12th, so I might keep going and try and regain my place in the top 10, but at the time I was one of 10 people that have ever lived to have completed Minecraft in less than an hour without glitches and in a random seed, which sounds good, but realistically, how many people have actually tried the category? Not that much. There are other categories that are more popular. But this was the one I was interested in, and I was very, very happy to get sub 1 hour. I just, literally one morning, I just woke up and was like, oh, what am I going to do today? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll speedrun. And I think first run I had, I got bad seed. Second run, I did it. It was incredible. So, might try it again, who knows, but this year it was pretty productive with regard to speedruns. So it could have gone either way. Dragon comes in for another dive, this is it, and I get the kill on the Ender Dragon. She is dead. Obviously you need to jump in the portal for the clock to stop. People pillar up and jump in, but I kind of forgot that, and fortunately it ended up being at ground level, and I got the time. I got it in a time of 57 minutes 49 seconds. Number 5 is Apocalyptic Season 2, the failed season, which was a lot of, well, it was good, it turned out good, put it that way. Basically, on that day, and for that, I think 2-3 week period surrounding it, I had been very ill, to the point where I, at times, couldn't get out of bed. And I remembered on that day, I'd promised CJ that I'd host his RR, because at the time I had a server. And so I'd been in bed all day, I managed to drag myself out of bed, got on my computer, and I managed to host. I was teamed with Cat, it was a team of 2, but Cat went to 0-0 to try and kill someone, can't remember who, I think it was D-Boss. He died, it was basically just solo for me, and like my voice gave out halfway through, which is why it's post-game commentary throughout the entire season, just because my voice died, and I couldn't talk over it, which is a bit of a shame, but obviously, during the game, I had a good fight with Sneaky, and I managed to kill him, and then it was myself and Brock and Serenity, we were the last 3. I had a fight with Brock, we were the 2 most stacked players in the game, and we double killed. It was a fantastic fight. I don't think either of us had healing, so it made for an intense encounter. We both had to go in, we both had to kill the other to try and win the game. But we double killed, and as a result, Serenity won, which I was very happy about, because I don't think she's won an awful lot of UHCs, but they all count, doesn't matter how you do it. So that's why it comes at number 5. This is quite a close fight actually, very close. He gets a crit there, I go for a crit, and we kill each other. Unbelievable. Number 4 is a bit of a strange one. It's not really the video itself, but what came out of it. So number 4 is my Skywars Cannon demo. I've been a fan of Etho for many, many years, and I had been watching his Race for Wool. Well, I watched his Race for Wool videos back in the day, and then I remembered he'd done the cannon during that game, and I thought, I'm going to give that a go in Skywars, because people are always looking for different ways to play Skywars. It's quite a versatile game, although you don't realise it. I didn't expect anything from it, but I just thought I'd give it a try. Gave it a try. During my demo, I got one really good clip where I fired a long-range cannon across the map, not all the way across the map, but to the centre island, and I managed to kill a full diamond. And I thought, that's actually a pretty good clip. I will send it into a top 5. I sent it into a few top 5s, and I got into Refraction's top 5, which I was pretty chuffed about. I got it in 5th place, fair enough, whatever. I got, just as long as I'm in the top 5, doesn't matter what position. And then, obviously, in the comments there was the inevitable, number 5 is fake. So, yeah, even if it is fake, I still think it deserves a top 5 position for being made to look real enough to get in the top 5, you know what I mean? But anyway, no, that was the point. Also, it was just fun to do something different, a different sort of video. I don't usually record those sorts of videos because they're not my thing. I had a lot of fun doing it, and a lot of fun demonstrating the cannon.
Standing in a glass bowl at the end of a black hole, cold, lost and upside down. Faces swirling past me, all my memories rolling vastly, cold, lost beneath the ground.
At number 3, we've got what is probably my favourite RR that I've taken part in, and I highly doubt this will be topped. Pocket Season 5, and it was an FFA season, loads of my friends were in it, loads of good players were in it, and I legitimately did not think I would do anything good in it whatsoever, and I got KT and managed to come 3rd. I managed to get 6 kills in the game. I killed Cathay, I killed Summer, I killed T-Mitch, I killed Flare Fusion, killed Marine, and then and then I died to Sneaky shortly afterwards. So it was a very good season. I was full ironing, I think, for the first 4 episodes, was mucking about in a donkey. I found Cathy, killed her, went to the nether, got pots, and then just from all the kills I managed to accumulate full diamond, sharp 4 I think, or whatever. So I was pretty stacked, and it was, I don't know, it wasn't just the fact I did well, but there was a lot of dramatic moments. The point is, it wasn't just start straight up, go to 0-0, get kills. It's almost what you want from a recorded round. It was just the action, and then the tail behind the action. Ultimately what you want from an RR. PvP's fine and well, but if you can get the story behind it, the dramatic effects behind it, then you've done a good job. Unlucky Zenger. I will fight on for you. If I win this game, I will win. Zenger will win with me. Yeah. I honestly don't think I'm going to win, but there's the hope I give. Moment number 2. I had to include this at number 2 because half my year was spent working on it, but the city in my single player was completed this year, which I was very, very happy about. It took me about 4 months of continuous work, although obviously I'd been working on it for a long time before then, almost 2 years. So I was very happy that I finally finished that. There wasn't much to say. I think most of my single player videos, well certainly the latter half of the series, was basically all about completing the city, constructing certain buildings for it, and it did have a medieval theme. Some of the buildings in it weren't medieval as such, but obviously the building style and some of the, or the majority of the buildings I put in were themed around a medieval time period, so that was good. And I don't know, like, I think it looks okay. I'm not the best at building, I'll acknowledge that, but at the end of the day, to do something so big, to put a lot of thought into it, and I think it looks okay, honestly. Like, it could be a lot worse. Maybe the size of it is what makes it look good. I don't know. I was really happy with how it came out, and it felt really, really good to be able to tour it and just show it off in episode 249. Let's just look at this. Just going to ride along here, and I added a jingle off camera. This horse's time is 4.9 seconds. So we've got the seconds up there, tenths of seconds down there. I'm pretty happy with this. Now at moment number 1, I struggled to decide what to put here, but I decided to put my UHC Highlights episode 300 there. It was a UHC game I played with Zenger. It was the one in which he got 6 kills, which was his kill record, and it was probably the best game that the two of us have played. It's certainly one of my favourite games to have played, even though I only got 1 kill. Admittedly, the first kill was a long time before Meetup, and it was a person that had been in his cave, and then obviously at Meetup he got 5 more, and it was really good just to share that moment. We've been playing UHC for a long time, and I shaped the highlights around previous failures. Obviously we teamed in Pocket and failed to win that. We've teamed a bunch in other games. This was, you know, a really good game, and not just the PvP, but I think our tactics were generally on point. We made the right calls, and that's how we ended up victors. So I think it was a good indication that this might be number 1, because of what I said at the end was just the feeling behind it. Is that just burst of adrenaline? It's something that's unique to this sort of a thing. Maybe it's the same in all other games, I don't know, but it's a thrill almost. I'm sure I can see why people chase that feeling, because it's such a thrill. I'm sounding like an addict now, but just that kind of encapsulates why this moment comes at number 1, is because it was really, really exhilarating. I think that's the word I used. What? Oh no!
Wait, it's withering effect. Yes, we can win this.
Whoa, my mouse freaked out. Yes!
We won.
So yeah, that was my top 20 moments. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Hope you enjoyed watching the videos of my channel that you've watched this year. I do plan to come back next year and continue. Thank you very much for watching this and my channel, and I will see you in the new year. All the best. Bye for now.